Never heard of Kevin Brown's co-host tonight. You are in for some fun. Let me tell you a little bit about his background. Dave Stevens was a three-sport athlete in Wickenburg, Arizona in the early 80s, a varsity athlete in football, baseball, and a champion wrestler. He went on to play college football in Minnesota at Augsburg University. I'm not going to hold that against him, even though I graduated from their arch rival, St. John's University. Go Augsburg tonight. He had a tryout with the Dallas Cowboys. Dave has even tried out for the Olympic baseball team, the Minnesota Twins, the Cincinnati Reds. He played for the St. Paul Saints in 1996 and was a teammate of legendary Darryl Strawberry, who was making a comeback at that time. In fact, Dave Stevens is one of a few players in baseball history to have pinch hit for Darryl in a professional game. But a professional sports career was not his ultimate goal. It was sports television where Dave made his mark. 37 years, both in front of and behind the camera, 20 years at our good friends down the road at ESPN, and 7 National Emmy Awards. Now a motivational speaker, a father of 3 teen boys, TV host, philanthropist, and a professor at Quinnipiac University, where he has started Ability Media. Oh, and did I mention Dave Stevens was born without legs? Yes, he's done all that and so much more. If you can't believe your ears, then you'll want to see his amazing story. Let's bring out Dave Stevens.
How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, how's that for an entrance? Well, thank you guys, everybody. Tonight, I am so happy to be here to be a co-host for this amazing event. If you haven't seen by now, I was born without legs. So get used to that, because this is something you've probably never seen before. You've heard of the host with the most. Well, I'm the host with the least. So I'm happy to be here tonight, a part of this amazing event, helping Easterseals help people like I have been helped all my life. I'm going to take a little bit of time tonight to kind of give you a little bit of my journey and kind of explain what my life has been about, why I'm here. Now, I grew up, obviously born in 1966. That's the cute little kid in Arizona that was born without legs, strike 1. Strike 2, I was also put up for adoption right from the hospital. And the third strike was 2 loving adoptive parents took me in, but we were really poor. Now, they helped instill in me what made me become who I am today, despite not having legs. And I wore artificial legs in the early years. I wore them for about 30 years, getting used to walking on stilts because they weren't built like what you guys would use, because I don't have hips. So, I was in front of a camera from an early age, putting on shows, showing people that I could wear artificial legs and live a normal life as a normal kid, because this is my normal. I was a Cub Scout, I went to grade school, and like I said, we were poor and we moved a lot. But the one thing I wanted to do was play sports. And just like Easterseals has taught people to turn your disability into your ability, I said, I don't want to live in poverty and have my life be defined by where I lived and where I came from. This is where I grew up in Arizona, a town called Whitman. That's the house that I grew up in. It was a 1-room house, really didn't have a room, but I was loved by my parents. And my kids went there a couple of years ago. I took my sons there, and my son Brady said, Dad, why did you choose to live here? And I said, Brady, I didn't choose to live here, but I could choose where I wanted to end up. And that's why I decided that I was going to let sports take me to where no person with a disability has ever done in the history of the world. So I played high school football in Arizona. My parents came out to watch me as I made tackles and sacked quarterbacks and had success, becoming the first legless athlete in the history of Arizona. So I said, hey, I'm pretty good at this. I'm going to try to take it to the next sport. So I tried wrestling, and I got really good at it. And I got to beat you leggies. I call you guys with legs leggies. And I had the advantage. And you can see my WWE moves here, where I would get a guy thinking he had lulled me into sticking me, and then I would flip over and make a magical sticking motion, and boom, he was gone. So again, I had successes in sports, and I said, well, this is pretty easy. Maybe I should try baseball. The hardest sport to play. You have to hit a ball with a bat. I ran on my arms. I hit just like everybody else, and I was in the starting lineup as a freshman in the outfield. And when you're playing outfield, you have to catch the balls. There's no books for dummies without legs, so you got to learn how to catch balls. And because of those successes, it gave me opportunities that no one has ever had, including going to Augsburg University in Minnesota and becoming the very first and only legless athlete in the history of NCAA college football sports. But you know what? It didn't end there. Thank you. It led to a trial with the Dallas Cowboys. So if you hate the Cowboys, we'll just get through this little segment. But I had that opportunity for one day to try out just like every other athlete. Now, my time wasn't as fast, and obviously I didn't make the team, but just that chance to do something that nobody had ever done before in the history of professional sports. Did I also mention that there is one person that has only played professional sports at the baseball level? That's me, starting at second base for the St. Paul Saints in 1996. The only legless athlete ever to play minor league baseball. I started a game. I was in the outfield with my old buddy Darryl Strawberry, as you can see up there, as he made his way back to the big leagues. I had Jack Morris on the mound, and it was a dream come true, taking batting tips from Darryl, being in that starting lineup. When you look and the lineup doesn't say it's a guy without legs, it says Dave Stevens, the starting second baseman and leading off. But I got back to my normal career, and I spent 37 years in TV, 20 years at ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports just up the road, with Chris Berman and all those guys, 7 Emmy Awards, but I still get to continue to do what I love the most, and that's play sports and showcase my life. I have opportunities to work out with minor league teams like the Hartford Yard Goats and put on baseball camps and clinics. I've had the opportunity to play at Lambeau Field before 70,000 people in a flag football game. Again, a dream come true for this little legless kid from Wickenburg, Arizona. But it's not anything that you guys don't have inside. It's led to opportunities for me to interview some of the biggest stars in sports, like Aaron Rodgers. It's given me those chances that nobody has ever had with a disability, to meet a guy like J.B. Smoove at the Super Bowl. And he says, Dave, get down and start dancing with me. So when J.B. Smoove says, get down and dance with you, you dance with him. And when you're at Media Day with 5,000 people looking at you like an old man looking silly, you know, it really is not as embarrassing when you realize JB has accepted you. But I get to travel around the world, and you get to see me doing things that most people with handicaps don't get to do. Reporting live from sporting events, and hopefully we get back to doing those kind of things again. Interviewing and having relationships with some of the greatest athletes out there that respect me and take me for me. They don't judge me on my disability, they judge me on my ability. And when people like Mike Trout and superstars tell them that they're impressed by you and that they want to meet you and talk to you, it's very humbling. When a guy like Gronk sends you an autographed photo after you do an interview with him and says he wants to stay in touch, it truly touches someone. And that's what Easterseals is all about. It's about giving those people with disabilities those opportunities to live a normal life. You've never seen anybody like me, and I hope you see many, many people that are like me in the future, because now I'm at Quinnipiac University and I'm teaching media. We have things that are helping the world, and it's setting the stages for my 3 sons, who I love so much, the most important things in my life. I value being a dad more than I do being an athlete and a speaker, and it gives me an opportunity to show them that their dad is just as normal as any dad or mother in the United States. And that's why I'm so proud to be here tonight. Thank you. So what I could ask you tonight is give a lot, buy a lot, but hey, follow Dave Stevens. He's really funny. He does a lot of crazy stuff. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, even TikTok. I've learned how to do that stuff. But really, what I am about tonight is telling you that we need you. Get in your purse strings, get in your wallets, dig deep inside tonight. There's some amazing things that are up for grabs here tonight. But again, we're here for that cause. What Easterseals does for everybody. It's not about braces for little kids. This is about opportunities and jobs for veterans. This is about for health and wellness and mental capabilities of all people out there. And especially in the last year with COVID, we have seen everybody deteriorate in my world of getting those opportunities. We see a lot of groups out there that are hearing their voices, that are going through a lot of turmoil all over the United States, and our voices are not being heard anymore. The handicapped and disabled world is the biggest minority in the entire world. If you're blind, if you're deaf, if you have something a little wrong with you, if you have a learning disability, you have dyslexia, schizophrenia, depression, PTSD, you're all in our family. We label it handicap, we label it a disability, but you know what? A car is disabled. I'm not. And I'm going to continue to show people that you can do anything that you want. That little poor kid without legs in Whitman, Arizona, got to work at ESPN. He got to be friends with Darryl Strawberry, and now he gets to come out and tell the world that anybody, no matter disabled, abled, can get up and do anything. Put your dreams out there. You shoot for your dreams. You go for your goals, and you can achieve anything in the world. And I am living proof. So tonight, please give, and I don't say give till it hurts, give till it feels good tonight. We want to see that thing explode. We need to help our veterans. We need to help the people. Wendy and everybody has put together such an amazing night, but I need you folks to bid on the items tonight to continue to see the vision that Easterseals has around the world. So please, as we continue tonight, bid on these items. Get these people what they need, and let's make this be the best crystal ball in the 34 years of this amazing event. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Dave, for sharing your personal story of courage and resilience, a truly inspirational journey and the embodiment of the Easterseals tagline, all abilities, limitless possibilities. Your accomplishments remind us of the Easterseals mission and why we're all here celebrating this evening.